In a world where freedom is often celebrated as the pinnacle of human achievement, the idea that true freedom might be an illusion is both unsettling and intriguing. We like to believe that we are free, that our choices are our own, and that our lives are under our control. But when we dig deeper into the fabric of modern society, we find a different story. Let's explore why true freedom is so elusive and whether it's an ideal worth pursuing despite its unattainability. To start, we need to understand the historical evolution of freedom. From ancient civilizations where freedom was reserved for the elite, to the revolutions that promised liberty and equality for all, the concept of freedom has always been contentious. Historical milestones like the American and French revolutions championed freedom, yet they were bound by their own contexts and limitations. Even today, many societies pride themselves on being free, but the reality is often more complex. Modern society, with its intricate web of laws and norms, presents a paradox. Laws are essential for maintaining order and protecting citizens, yet they inherently limit our choices. Social norms dictate acceptable behavior, subtly coercing us into conformity. Imagine walking down the street dressed in an unconventional manner. Immediately you're subject to judgment and scrutiny. This illustrates how societal expectations shape our freedom, often without us even realizing it. Economic constraints further complicate the picture. We are told that hard work and perseverance lead to success, but economic disparities paint a starkly different reality. The gap between the wealthy and the poor creates an uneven playing field. For many, the necessity to work long hours just to make ends meet limits their ability to pursue passions or take risks. This economic straitjacket means that while we may have the freedom to choose our paths, the options available to us are often constrained by financial realities. Consumer culture adds another layer to this intricate web. Corporations and advertisers play a significant role in shaping our desires and decisions. We are bombarded with messages telling us what we need to buy to be happy, successful, or accepted. This manipulation of our choices raises the question: are our decisions truly our own, or are they influenced by a relentless barrage of advertising? The freedom to choose becomes questionable when those choices are heavily influenced by external forces. Beyond these external constraints, our own minds can be the most formidable barriers to freedom. Psychological factors such as fear, social conditioning, and the desire for acceptance can limit our actions and thoughts. From a young age, we are taught to fit in, to adhere to societal norms, and to fear rejection. These internalized constraints can be even more powerful than external ones, dictating our behavior and limiting our potential in ways we might not even recognize. Philosophers have long grappled with the concept of freedom, often distinguishing between negative and positive liberty. Negative liberty refers to freedom from interference, while positive liberty is the capacity to act upon one's own will. Achieving either form in its purest sense seems impossible in the context of modern society. Negative liberty is limited by the laws and norms necessary for a functioning society, while positive liberty is constrained by the economic, social, and psychological factors we've discussed. Real-world examples of individuals fighting for freedom highlight the complexity of this issue. Consider figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Malala Yousafzai. Their struggles against oppression and for the right to live freely are inspiring, yet their journeys were fraught with obstacles. Even when they succeeded in breaking free from one set of constraints, they often encountered new ones. Their stories remind us that the quest for freedom is ongoing and multifaceted. So what's the takeaway from all this? The idea that true freedom is unattainable might be disheartening, but it doesn't mean we should stop striving for it. Our pursuit of freedom drives progress, sparks innovation, and fosters resilience. Even if we never achieve absolute freedom, the journey towards it can lead to significant improvements in our lives and societies. It's essential to recognize that freedom is not just about breaking free from constraints, but also about finding meaning and purpose within them. Every step we take towards greater freedom, every barrier we overcome, contributes to our growth and development. By understanding and acknowledging the limits of our freedom, we can work towards creating a more equitable and just society. In conclusion, true freedom in its absolute form may indeed be an unattainable ideal. However, the pursuit of freedom remains a vital and noble endeavor. It challenges us to question, to strive, and to grow. It encourages us to push against the boundaries that confine us, both externally and internally. And in doing so, we shape a world that, while never perfectly free, is continuously moving towards greater liberty and justice for all. So what do you think? Can true freedom ever be achieved? Or is it just a comforting lie we tell ourselves? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this important conversation.